3, 4, 5, and I'm feeling for more. About to dance with the devil today. She got me feeling some type of way. I think I might pick a fight with my wife, get a pint, throw my life away. Your boy's cold. An offshore wind at the bottom of the bottle and the floor spins. And the haze mixed thoughts of abortion. I drown them out, drink more of my distortion. Another sad song, another war hymn. Lost more friends, more endorphins. A divorce ends and the Lord grins. And I'm stuck doing coke in New Orleans. I'm atrocious. Turning the more voices. 3, 4, 5, and I'm feeling for more doses. Feeling like I'm out of control. Feeling like I'm losing my soul. 1 and 2 are turning the more voices. 3, 4, 5, and I'm feeling for more doses. Feeling like I'm out of control. Feeling like I'm losing my soul. Yeah. Oh shit. We got 3rd degree in this motherfucker. Yeah. K to the R, you know what's up, man. That's what it is, man. I tell the bartender not to spill my drink. That's right, man. I need that shit full to the brim, you know what I'm saying? Feel this shit though. Yo, I hit the bar with my pockets swole. Yeah. Ain't trying to drop a flow. But you ain't see me with my brim tipping sockets low. I'm trying to get my drink on, that's how we rock and roll. You drinking like we drink, boy, make sure your cup is full. You see me in the club, but I ain't here to dance. Your girl smiling at me, shit, I'm just here to glance. Sipping that silver 7, dripping, you got to go. We snatch your bitch and make her pop, lock and drop it low. Don't try me, I'm tipsy. You run your lips and get hissy. Me, I don't think you really want it with me. I'm saying, you think we playing, we ain't. What it is ain't no game. Shit, it's cool if you hang, but if you swerving our lane, we get to chopping quick. That's if you're talking shit. I warn you once, we ain't the ones you should be fucking with. We 20 deep, partner. You know that's how we roll. We take it toe to toe, lock and load, overflow. You see me at the bar while you trying to act hard. Don't be coming at me running your lips. Don't want it with me, what it is. I'm finna get my drink on, what it is. I'm here to get my drink on. You see me in the club and your girl show us love. Don't be coming at me talking that shit. Don't want it with me, what it is. I'm finna get my drink on, what it is. I'm here to get my drink on.
What it is, I'm drinking goose and getting illy. Shit, I'm ready for the drama. If I hate it, acting silly, I got a little pilly, but the can is in the
Welcome back. We're going to bring you this second game of the doubleheader. We have the MRFL Chiefs taking on the Johnson County Giants. Watching the clock tick down here. I know they're looking for a chain crew. The chain crew up and left here. But for those of you who are just tuning in, who haven't been here before, I appreciate you guys joining us here and bringing you this game live from Center High School in the heart of Kansas City. If you don't mind hitting the subscribe button, going over to Facebook, like and follow, hit the share button, share with a friend, share the link, share the love. I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in and spending a Sunday evening here with us. This is going to be our last game of the weekend. This is our 3rd game of the weekend. It's going to be our last game. We're going to head home, shut her down for the weekend, and call it a night and get back after it tomorrow. There's a lot of familiar faces I see out here today on both sides of the ball. The undefeated Chiefs are taking on the Giants here tonight. Feed Ming, I believe, is who is about to kick for the Chiefs. You see the Cavalry helmet out there. Shout out to my guy. Always got fourth down love. He took his helmet off. That bald head is shining in my eyes. I know it's who I think it was. Shout out to my guy down here kicking the football. Hey, our pleasure, man. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. Should be another fun game to watch. We had Tony Akins, number 4, the QB for the Chiefs, in the booth a little bit ago. He talked about what he expects to see. He talked about why this is his favorite game of the year to play these guys every single time they play. He said it's always a hard knock battle, but it's always clean, but hard between the whistles. So we'll see what he's talking about. I'm excited to see. I've heard a lot about these Chiefs guys. I've never got to see them in action, so here we go. Kickoff is up. Gonna land just about the 10, cleanly fielded, and we are underway. Here we go. He finds a seam, gets up to about the 28 where he is spun around and slung down, and that's what the Giants are going to take over their first possession, 28-yard line. Clock is rolling. Now we're underway. They're going to spot him in. We're going to call that the 29-yard line. First down and 10. We're going to see our first look. I've never seen this team play either. I've heard a lot about this league. Again, this is my first night out here with these guys, so I've enjoyed my time so far here in the booth. Beautiful stadium. They have everything kind of rolling to a T right now. Everything is organized from the time you walked in the gate to now. They haven't missed a beat. I've thoroughly enjoyed every bit of what I've seen and what I've been a part of tonight. So this is going to be our new home on Sundays, barring we're still going to have family time and do our own thing on Sundays, but as much as we can, this is scheduled to be our new home on Sunday evening. So hopefully you guys come back every Sunday and you join with us. And if you can get out to the stadium, I would highly recommend it. But if you can't, Outlaws Media is the place to be on Sunday evening for your MRFL action. Huge gain on first down. That's a way to get out ahead of the chains. Early running game that looks like they're starting to set up here. It's going to bring you a second down and 2. Again, getting out ahead of the sticks that much on first down kind of opens up the playbook to what they want, whatever they want to do. So the call comes in. This blue uniform, I'm a big fan of the way these colors kind of mesh together. Big, bright numbers on the chest and the back. Easy for us to see up here. Nothing too flashy. Quarterback rolls to his right-hand side under heavy pressure. Incomplete pass. Chased down by number 20, Nick Blancardi. Sorry if I butcher your name. Carradine says, Chiefs going to go semi or stay in the MRFL. I talked to Tony Akins a little bit about that. If you go back to the last game that we just did, go into the second quarter there, we talked a little bit about what he wants to do. He said his vision is to continue to grow a foundation and a unit for this MRFL Chiefs team, and he has big plans and a big vision for them. He kind of hinted at what maybe the future might hold for those guys, but for right now, they're staying put where they're at, and they're going to do their thing and continue to build. He has similar divisions. What he was talking about was reminded me of what the Cavalry said they were doing, and the Cavalry have started to do with putting the right pieces in motion to continue to get better and build a foundation and then step out and continue to build. He made it clear that he's not ready to take that next step. He's afraid to lose some of the pieces that he's built, but he wants to build in that direction. He just doesn't feel like his organization is at the spot where he is ready to take that next step yet. So that's something you're going to have to take up with him. 3rd down and 7 after that penalty. Snap is low. He gets the handoff away to the right-hand side. He finds a little crease. They've been finding some decent gaps here on the run game here early on. Number 21, Savion Butner with the carry. Again, I like the way these blue unis look. They're really sharp looking with the gray. Some of them's got white bottoms on, but the numbers are big, bright. They stand out. There's not a lot going on the chest there as far as logos behind the design. Reapers, we had a little bit of struggle seeing the numbers from up here on the chest. The back was okay, but that big logo on the front was kind of threw it off a little bit. But these are big, bright, easy to read. Same exact play. Coming around on the right-hand side. He finds the first down yardage, scampers out of bounds. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Keep sending it back to him. Number 13, Peyton Lathrop is in the QB spot. He's going to be calling the shots today for the Giants so far. He's got these guys dialed in. Again, keep going back to the man if it's working. Don't change it. Number 21 is going to come off the sideline. Savion Butner. Going to catch some water, catch a breather, and I'm sure we'll see him right back out there. Similar to what we saw earlier, these teams, you're going to see them not in a rush. You're going to see them receive a play call coming from the sideline as a player is going to run out to the huddle and relay that message coming from the coach. So you're not going to see them getting too much of a hurry here. A throw over the middle, nearly picked off. Coverage by number 11, Rashawn Weathers. He almost got both hands on that ball, but he was able to do just enough to separate. If he was able to bring that interception in, there was nothing but green grass in front of him. However, ball falls harmlessly to the turf, brings up a 2nd and 10. Second and 10. He's going to keep 2 running backs in. This is the first time I've seen this formation in a while. This team has been steady to it. Single receivers on the top and bottom, extra tight end on the left-hand side. Snap comes back right up the middle. I don't know if it was designed to go up the middle, but it kind of looks like he had a little cutback. Picks up a couple yards here on 2nd and down. It's going to bring 3rd down. They're going to give him 2. 3rd and 8. As you see here, number 34 is going to bring the play in. He's going to rush in. He's one of the subs. He's going to bring that play into the huddle. QB is going to relay that message to his guys. Make sure his line's picking out the right coverages, picking up the right blitz packages, and that's how they're going to roll. Chiefs load the box here on 3rd down. Run left-hand side. Chiefs weren't fooled. I was kind of expecting a pass there myself in the booth. Chiefs loaded the box. They must know something I don't know. And again, these teams, they play each other a few times throughout the season. There's 4 teams. They play a doubleheader every weekend, and their league runs for the better part of 2 months or so. So there's not any strangers here on the field between these guys. They know each other's tendencies. And in this league, it's hard to win, and it's hard to stay undefeated because you see the same teams over and over and over again. 4th down here. Doesn't look like they're going to hesitate to keep their offense on the field here. Drops back under heavy pressure. Quick whistle there. I guess they're going to call that a sack. And the Chiefs will take over possession on the 40-yard line on the positive side of the field. Clock stops with 7 minutes and 41 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Tony brings his unit to the line. He's got twins at the top, twins the near side. Claps his hands. Snap comes back. Number 30 picks his way through the middle there. I can't see that. I got to see the number from here. $31. Daryl Slaughter with the carry. He said, okay, that was it. I was hoping I wasn't the only one. It was a quick whistle. I'm just going to say they got him a sack. Airs it out deep, got a man open, bobbles it, comes down hard on his back, touchdown. Number 7, Elijah Smith, early reception, big ball over the middle, thrown on a dime by Tony Akins. Man threw the ball up, let his receiver go up and make a play, and that he did. Touchdown Chiefs, up early. They're going to bring in a unit. I do know they have a kicker over there. I seen him warming up earlier. He's a good friend of mine. I think they're going to keep their unit in and go for 2 here. Tony's going to keep his guys in. It's not Tony. I can't necessarily see from this angle, but I believe that is Daryl Slaughter. Kind of a little wildcat look here. I won't be surprised if he kind of keeps his ball himself, just like I called. As advertised, everyone, at least up here, knew that was coming. Their quarterback is sitting on the sideline. They were unable to stop it. Knowing what's coming and stopping it are always 2 complete separate things. So, early lead here to the undefeated Chiefs. Up 8-0 really early in the game. 7:09 in the opening quarter. Number 35. I know his roster says Matt Ming. I'll never call him that. My boy Feed Ming back to kick. A rugby player. I've always got love for my kickers. Rugby is a sport that I know nothing about, but it's one of the most interesting sports that I've ever seen in my life, and I wish I knew more about it. Return up to the 25. We're going to again mark them at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10. Giants are going to take over again their second possession tonight. They had a great run game going on the right-hand side. They found a little crease. They found a little something that was working. They kind of got away from it, and it kind of cost them there in the end. So if I'm not a betting man, again, I say this all the time, but if I was, I won't be shocked to see runs to the right-hand side. I know we get away from the old run left theme, but they're finding some success on the right-hand side. Maybe if they run left, they'll get themselves a touchdown, huh? You want that tutty, run left. I've heard that saying a few times as well. They're going to get out of the formation they were in. They're going to bring trips to this near side. Looking left, kind of dancing around under heavy pressure. I want to say that's Mr. Shorman. That's all over his back there. Kind of an unconventional tackle, but he got the job done. Down he goes. It is Mr. Jason Shorman on the sack. He said, that's what I heard, Andrew, in the chat. Again, if you guys don't know what run left is, shoot over to Facebook real quick. Type in run left. Find the Semi-Pro Sports broadcast, or the podcast. Hit the like button. Hit the follow button. They're getting ready to shoot this week's episode here in a couple hours. Monday morning, they will have your complete weekend wrap-up of all the Semi-Pro in the area. It's a show you don't want to miss. If you want the quickest details on what's going on, up-to-date scores, all the behind the scenes info, these fellas got it for you. Don't miss it. Check them out on Facebook. Run left. Shout out to Andrew once again. Jason Shorman somehow finds himself coming from the right-hand side of the field all the way to the left. Wraps him up, makes the tackle. Whistles blow early. This is going to be another loss of downs here. That Jason, he's a man I've known for a while too. I've been on a couple different teams with him. He's kind of bounced his way around, kind of find a team. He's finally settled in on a team here. He's been with these guys for a while. He's a good playmaker. He's a dedicated guy. He's one of the quiet players. You're not going to see him do too much showboat. You're not going to see him try to lay people out and kind of taunt them. He's going to play hard and heavy in the whistle, and he's going to ease up. So it's a great dude to have on the team. He's real quiet. He's going to do what the team asks of him. They get back in their formation they came out of the game with. Here comes the snap. Kind of bobbled. Doesn't look like he's sitting too comfortable in the pocket. The snap is getting there quick and clean. It's kind of an issue with receiving it because he's bringing his head up. I don't know that he feels too comfortable in the pocket right now. I'm going to bring up a big 4th down. They just need to talk to this young kid. Settle him down. The pocket is there. It's forming. He's just trying to catch and get outside. I would like to see him get coached up a little bit and step up in the pocket. The pocket is being formed. Let the rushers go around the outside edge. What he's doing is he's catching the ball and trying to immediately roll out of the pocket, and he's rolling right into the rush lanes that are being formed there. Trust in your line. Step up a little bit and see if you can't make a play. Looks like number 87, Sagan Hicks, back to punt the ball away from his own end zone. I don't think he knew too much about that snap coming because it hit him right in the growing area. He's hurting. We're going to step aside for this timeout here. We'll see you on the other side of this timeout, young man. Personal trainers usually come in to help men shake off some injuries, but this young man is probably going to be on his own after that one. Ball sitting at the 10-yard line. Dangerous spot to be a punter here in this situation. You don't have much room for error. Clean snap. Bobbled hold again. Forces him to get the ball sky high in the air. Freddie Moe on the clean reception. Big block. Shoestring tackle by number 56, Eric Kangas. Freddie Moe. Clean catch. He's the up man there. The ball was forced to go straight in the air to get over an oncoming rush. So the kicker did a good job of getting the ball up in the air. Now you will see if the Chiefs are forced to punt, Ming is a rugby style. He's a rugby player with a rugby background. He has a rugby style punt. And what that means for you that are unfamiliar is you're going to see a very untraditional style punt for him. The chains need to be flipped. The chains need to go the opposite direction. But what that means is he's going to receive the punt, and he's not going to hang in the pocket to get the punt away. I don't think the refs see the chains are going the opposite direction. Run left. Steps inside. Number 11, Rashawn Weathers. Again, the chains are still not set correctly. So I can't tell you how many yards he got. No one's helping these kids out over there, so it's kind of all over the place. That wasn't a first down, but they're going to give him the first down anyway and flip the chains. Second? First? Yep, they gave him the first down anyway. Tony's rolling his right. He's directing traffic. He said, I'm going to lower my shoulder and I'm going to push forward anyway. But yeah, so a rugby style punt. He's going to catch the snap and you're going to see him roll to a strong side. So he's going to roll out to his right to get a little freedom. And then you're going to see him hit a tumbling kick on the run. It's a tough concept to get down, but as a rugby player, it's very effective for him. Now, as a defensive side, if you know that and you know what's coming, usually what you'll see is you'll have an edge rusher set way out to that side, and you're going to try to force him away from his strong foot and force him back into his left and force him to stay in the pocket. So if we see him punt, I'm curious to see how that goes down. Tony dials up his own number, carries 4 or 5 blue jerseys on his back as he lowers his shoulder and gets into the end zone there. Touchdown. Chiefs are up here early. Cody's going to make his way to the sideline. Job well done. Away he goes. Again, Darryl Slaughter in the backfield. I'll be surprised if you see a pass here. Calls his old number once again. If I'm the Giants, you need to start doing something different here. Load the box because their quarterback is on the sideline. Nobody in the park is expecting a pass. Not one receiver came to the huddle. They all stood out there on the edge. You see nothing was called to those individuals. So in my mind, I'm going 100%. I'm going to sell out for the run there. So we'll see if they make any adjustments. I don't necessarily see a coach for the Giants down here on the sideline. Oh, so the coach is on the field, I was told, for the Giants. So that might be why. Again, it's easier to see the game from up here in the booth than it is to see it on the field in live action. But hopefully he watches this broadcast back and he'll see it, what I see. So, I'm kind of at a loss for words here. Ming, I'm disappointed in you, my friend. I will be in your inbox here as soon as this game ends because I got that kick on film, and I'm going to clip it, and I'm going to tag you in it because I have questions that need answers on why that kick looked the way it did, my friend. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that ball didn't clear the 20, so it's going to be brought out to the 40-yard line. If you're friends with Ming, Carr, if you're still in the chat, tag that man real quick. I've got questions. Leslie back in the chat. I don't want to hear it, my friend. You know we've got things to talk about. Look, they're bringing Ming back out after that kick. Send him to the sideline. Tell him to grab some water. Matter of fact, tell him to hold on to the water and bring it out for the team. You can't come out here and put a show on for the fourth down Army brand that I care so much about with that type of showing and get right back on the field. That just doesn't happen. Low snap. Huge hit right in the chops. Helps the guy back up. Again, that's the kind of sportsmanship that you're not necessarily going to see on a Saturday afternoon. Trying to look for a number. I want to say that's number 93. J.D. Hones hits the man right under the chin, drops him, immediately helps him back up to his feet. Good stuff. He said, what I do in the chat. What you didn't do is run left. What you didn't do is answer that message that I sent you last night. It's what you didn't do. You know exactly what I'm talking about. A little hand fighting action going on the right-hand side. Number 93 is quick to the gun. Del Gilliam. He's going to have to hold his water a little bit here. He's trying to get off on the edge. Big number 99 on the other side is coming right at him. Lavelle Williamson. It's a big man to handle. he's trying to get that kick step back and give his quarterback a little time, but from what I've seen so far, he's been able to do just fine on this right-hand side. The pressure's coming off the opposite side. Second down and 15. Same formation. 2 running backs back there with him. Extra tight end in here. Drops back. Here comes that heavy pressure off the left hand again. I'm going to go ahead and say it's Jason Shorman again without looking at the number on his jersey. I've called his name 4 or 5 times already. If they do not get help on that left-hand side, it's going to be a long, long night for number 13, the quarterback. He's hanging his head already. If I'm that young man, I'm calling a huddle, and I've got some choice words for what's going on with my line. All I need you to do is give me 2 or 3 seconds, fellas. That's all I need you to do. Oh, I left you on red because that conversation, you already know. We're not going to go through it right now, but you already know what that call was about. If I had your phone number, I would have called you directly like I was asked to. You already know, my friend. So, second quarter here. This night has turned out to be an absolutely beautiful evening. There's a light breeze blowing. The sun is creeping down behind the horizon. I'm actually just took a picture. I'm going to post it to our page. You guys can see what we see. A absolute beautiful evening for football. I've had an absolute blast. I've enjoyed my stay up here in the booth. We'll be back hopefully next weekend. Nothing crazy is going on. I'm not sure if they're playing next weekend with Memorial Day weekend. However, I'll have that answer shortly, and if they are, we will be back. Pass. He's got a receiver. I was going to say, looked like the covers got there early, flagged down. I was kind of sidetracked watching the left tackle here. He was actually got back and had great protection that time. I'm not sure if that's a new man or new player or what that was, but that was better protection. It allowed the quarterback to kind of sit in and find a receiver down the field. That's what they've been waiting to do. I've been waiting to see that adjustment. So great job on that side. Hopefully we can continue to see these guys improve as they go down the field. Hey, I got your number, big man. I appreciate it. We're definitely going to be talking. Lights kick on in the stadium. Nothing but green. I see nothing but green trees, green grass. It's a pretty view from up here. Chiefs come to the line, 1st and 10. This is the first time in plus territory tonight. They move into the Chiefs fields, 45-yard line and driving. Low snap, looks left, throws it out to number 85. Oh, my. Number 23, Phil Gibbs. Somebody call the cops on that, man. You cannot be out here committing assault in that level in the public's eye. That was an absolute huge hit. Number 85, Bob, is going to come off the field. He's going to check to make sure he still has all of his teeth in. Wow. Again, fellas, if you see that hit, this is why I'm in the booth where I'm at. That hit was nasty. Here's a bad snap, all out of sorts. The ball, there's a lot of yellow jerseys in there. The ref is calling for he says they have possession, so Looks like they held on to the ball. It's going to be 3rd down and a country mile. Number 23 doesn't even know he's being caught off the field. He's still chatting with the right-hand side. That was a brutal hit. That man's going to have a warrant out for his arrest for assault in the morning. Somebody lock him down, please. Giants are going to sit in 3rd and 30 some odd here, 33. Heavy rush. He's going to go down again. There's 4 or 5 linemen, and not one lineman held a yellow jersey more than a half a second. They all came through. I thought it was a screenplay, personally, the way they came through, but it seemed it wasn't a screenplay. Assault and battery, he said, hey, it's got to be something. You can't come through and hit people like that in the public. There's kids out here. This yardage kind of looks like the Bulldogs game last night. Bulldogs had a fight with the ref all night long. Easily 150, 200 yards in penalty yards last night. It was the most penalty yards I've ever seen a ref throw. And that was with having 4 or 5 flags picked up because they were just tossing the flag. Looked like the Oprah Winfrey show out there. Everybody got a flag. Sideline got a flag. Fans got a flag. Everyone got a flag. And 4th and 30, 4th and 35 was something that the Bulldogs saw regularly last night. That punt was actually a spiral. It looked like it came out of the quarterback's hands. He's got a crease down the left-hand side. There's a flag thrown. I'm going to assume it was for a crackback block there on the far side. We're about to find out. That was a pretty punt. He had a beautiful spiral on it. Now, if he was able to get that up and get a little hang time and air on it, that's the kind of punt you want to see from a punter. You want that spiral. You want that good projection to get it sent up in the air to break through the wind. There's a little wave going on down here in the crowd in front of us. Fans are still into it and having fun with it. An update from earlier from those of you that joined us. I'm getting word that the young man just had x-rays back. He's in the hospital still getting checked out. X-rays came back negative for no breaks. Deep bruising. Shetty going to be good in a couple weeks or so. So thankfully, that's absolutely huge news for that man. He's at the hospital. Everything that we saw on the field here was just precautionary. So shout out for the fire department for doing their thing. Shout out for the paramedics for doing the right thing. Shout out for the players and the staff here in the stadium for not moving him and telling him just to stay down and don't move for precautionary reasons. That's absolutely huge. You never know. He could have been 1 or 2 movements away from severe life-threatening injuries. So the fact that they were able to keep calm and tell him just to stay down and allow professionals to get here on the scene and do all the things right, it's absolutely huge. So he's in the hospital. The x-rays came back, no breaks. That's a great thing to hear. Shout out to him. Prayers to him for his recovery. Hopefully we see him back out here on the field in the next few weeks if he chooses to come back out. Again, this is a pay-to-play league that we all do, so taking a shot like that kind of puts things in perspective, and it's going to come down to how much do I love this game and how much do I want to keep gambling. It was number 85 for the Reapers, Caleb Jones. If you guys know him, get in his inbox, send him a shout out, send him some prayers. Hopefully he's going to heal up fine and be all right. Number 7 is going to take that jet sweep around the other side. Stephen Fisher got some blocks out in front of him. He's holding that ball way out on the left-hand side, asking for issues. That's a late hit. He was already well out of bounds by that point. There's another player down. Ref's going to reach down and help him up. But the young man, yeah, I'm getting word that he's in the hospital. He's doing all right. Just some deep bruising. He's going to be okay. So Again, continued prayers for his continued recovery as well. The clock is rolling inside of 10 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the second quarter. What I've learned tonight in a doubleheader is outside of the fee that you pay to get a media stream, I might have to say the tax is going to be a couple Red Bulls because I am tired. Energy's running on E here, but we're going to keep it live. We got 2.5 quarters of football left to bring you. So, 1st and 10 from the 30. Tony sits in the shotgun. Got a couple extra tight ends there. Here comes a run behind the tight ends that they brought in. Little shake and bake action, little high step. Little catch me if you can. Rashawn Weathers rolls around the left-hand side. Here's another flag, and I'm assuming it's going to be another late hit. He was well out of bounds. That was another late hit. They're going to mark off another 15 yards. Giants are kind of just in their own way right now. This is about the spot on the field where you saw Tony dial up his own number here, so I won't be shocked to see it again. He's got extra bodies in there on the line. I won't be shocked to see him dial up his own number, catch the ball, and take off straight up the gut here, or towards the left-hand side. Sits back, and away he goes. Under pressure, little sidearm Mahomes action. Number 42, Logan Bird, gets in the mix, breaks up the play. Good play by him. We're getting a stoppage on the clock here. I'm not exactly sure. I think there was a chain issue possibly. 2nd down and 10. The Chiefs can get a 1st down inside the 2-yard line here. Receiver number 1, Kaden McIntosh, down here on the near side. He's looking like he's going to be double covered there. Definitely have safety help over the top. Pass over the middle, wide open on a post seam route. Hauled in again. Looks like number 13, Vontae Walton. Tony again is going to walk off the field after throwing a dart. Chiefs jump up on top again. Now, we've seen this twice. Will we see the 3rd time? Are we going to see number 31, Darryl Slaughter, take the snap and just go straight back up the middle with nobody there to contest it? That's what I'm curious to see here. They settle in for the 2-point try. Same formation they've showed the previous 2 times. Different quarterback. Jump ball. That man is all over him. Refs is trying to get the flag out of his pocket, and he can't get it out of the waistband. So he's just not going to throw it. Sounds good to me. It didn't work the first time. Why try again? That pass was thrown by number 11, Rashawn Weathers. Now, if I'm the Chiefs, I'm going to keep doing what was working. But they elect to get out of it a little bit. Maybe work on some stuff that they may need for the championship game. That one did not pay off. Ref was digging. He did everything. He untucked his shirt. Everything came out of his waist there except for the flag. So he tried. He might have dropped a wallet and a couple dollars over there on the sideline, but the flag never came out. Eight minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. The 2-point try was no good. Chiefs are going to elect to bring out the smallest receiver they have to give this man some time on the field to kick this ball away. This guy on the kicking, he's punting the ball. He can't be more than 5'2" and 120 pounds. There's no way. Big boot. He told me, sit your butt down on the sideline. This is how we play football. Ball's bobbled under heavy pressure. Finds a little bit of a seam. Freddie Moe in on the tackle. Trying to see who this was. I believe that was number 23, Phil Gibbs, back in as well to combine with Freddie to bring them down. Number 85, Tremont Russell with a big punch. Shout out to you. Way to represent the 4th down Army brand. Again, that's something that's close to my heart. I'm a kicker as well. My son's a kicker. Tell Ming we need to talk. I don't want to see him kick another ball if that's how he's going to represent. So after a return of covering about 35 yards side to side, he actually comes up with a gain of about 12. Ball's down at the 28-yard line. Giants are going to take over with 8 minutes and 27 seconds left on the clock here in the opening half, down 22-0. The snap is kind of rolled back again. It never, ever made it to the quarterback. I don't know if that's tired of hands, tired arms, what's going on. The center's coming back and telling the quarterback, hey, dry off your hands because that's your fault. But the ball never made it to him. Going to bring up a 2nd and long here. Ming tosses his helmet. It looks like something's not going right. He's limping. Maybe that was the issue of the kick. That would make sense. For that man to go to the floor and hobble his way to the sideline, that's got to be something wrong. It's never something that you see that man do. That was a good snap. Handoff to the right-hand side, but he's drugged down from behind again. That looked like number 3, LeBron Milton Jr., and number 9, Zell Moore combining on the tackle there. They got there about the same time. Both of them put hands on him, drug him down. So, again, you're getting a heavy, heavy pressure off the left-hand side. Shorman checks in to the side. They've got to seal it up because that tackle came from this side. He was able to shed the first block attempt and then work his way down the line to make that tackle. That's big-time hustle. 3rd and 20 again. Sounds like Bulldogs numbers from last night. Quarterback under heavy pressure again. Left-hand side of the line again. They're going to blow an early whistle again. And Giants now have more negative total yards, I believe, than they've had positive yards. They're having a rough time with that line. If they don't get that line figured out, it's going to be a long, long, long night. Again, you're going to put your punter in a tough spot here. This is not a good spot as a punter. You don't have much room to work with. You can't step back if the ball goes over your head. If there's anything that goes wrong, it's going to result in positive points for the Chiefs. So this has got to be a clean snap, a clean hold. Got to have blockers up front, and you've got to be able to get this ball up and away. Snap. Like I said, it was a bad snap. It was a bad catch. The ref calls a touchdown. From the booth, it looked like the ball rolled out of the back of the end zone. I'm going to rewind it on my camera and check it right now, but they call a touchdown. We're going to roll with the touchdown. Oh, here comes the whistle. I'm not sure what safety. That's what I saw was a safety. So they overturned the call, safety. Add 2 points. Hey, I'm not going to take credit of that, but Outlaws has a replay in the booth. We're going to go ahead and send that down and take credit for that overturned call. You're welcome. So that's a replay in the booth combined with a walkie-talkie to the ref. We're going to have ourselves a full-blown conversation while we're at it. So Tony was up here the first game talking a little bit, and he said he loves to play this team because it's just a fun, competitive game, but that this team has not got a win in the win column yet this year. So I didn't want to make any early judgments because I've never seen these guys play, but I can understand why that would be the thing. The guys are out here playing for the love of the game. They're understaffed, they're undercoached. They're kind of outclassed. This Chiefs team has been a team that's been loading up for years to get to this point. They've got a lot of ballers that play on Saturday as well as Sundays. They've got good coaching. So it's not just a team that you can just say, hey, let's get a couple buddies together and come out here and beat, and you're seeing it. Number 87, the positive side of that play is he now has the most breathing room to get a punt away that he's had all night. And he hits a little spiral off the side of his foot. Cleanly caught. Away he goes down the left-hand side. I would give you his number, but he's got it kind of rolled up on his back. He's going to bring it back to the right-hand side. That looks like number 2, Nick Servicey. Finally wrapped up. Yep, that is number 2. Lamb helmets. They're very thin over here on this sideline. Again, I love their uniforms. It's just so clean and crisp. You can read them clearly. They're outgunned right now. They're outgunned. They're outmanned, but they're out here having fun for the love of the game. You love to see it. Maybe the Chiefs will start working. They look like they're bringing in a couple different fellas here on the line, trying to work some young guys, give some young guys the clock. It's not about running up the scoreboard for these guys. It's about making sure everything that we do works. Because there's going to be championship games that come down the line for these guys. And I talked to Tony earlier about what his plans are in the future to move his team and get better competition, as he said. And he said that's eventually the plan, but right now they're comfortable where they're at. But you want to start putting things in motion now to make sure things are working. So you always want to prepare for the future. So never want to get complacent, and that's what you're seeing. There's a lot of new guys here on the field right now. Handoff to the right. Big hole. Blows the shoulder, number 31, Daryl Slaughter. He just had one man to beat. I'm going to say if he would have ran left, that was a tutty. Just throwing that out there. Maybe they need to go left. Nonetheless, first down and 10 from the 18-yard line. Clock is at 4:45 and rolling. Tony steps into the shotgun. He's got twins to the far side, single receiver down the left, handoff to number 11. Big gap. There's no way he's going to call him down at the 1-yard line because you're sitting on a man's chest, but they're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line. I got the replay too, by the way. You see what I did there, eh? Hey, that was a touchdown. He rolled across that man's chest. Refs are meeting about it right now. Let me just go ahead and call this down to the sideline real quick. Stop the clock, he said. I think. Yeah, ref never said it. White hat said, get out of my ear. First down from the 1. I'm going to say Tony has the ball, calls his own number, and goes right up the gut here. What I would like to see is they take this snap and run left is what I would like to see. Run left is a touchdown, but they load the right-hand side of the line here. He's going to call his own number. Runs left. That's a big boy who attempted to hurdle the line and got about 6 inches off the ground. Nonetheless, it works. Touchdown, Chiefs. Hey, that was to the left side of the center, so we're going to say you want that touchdown, run left. Proof is in the pudding. There you go. Touchdown to the left-hand side of the line on the ground. 3 minutes and 11 seconds on the clock. Shout out. Chiefs, number 92. I don't have a name on the roster for him, helping this young man to the sideline. Looks like number 94, Cody Muchler's kind of shaking up and wobbling. I don't know if it's a leg injury, if it's exhaustion, if it's a head injury. He's not feeling too good at the moment. Trander's going to pull up on him and make sure he's taken care of. These guys are all over it. They're quick with it. It's a great thing to see. These guys are all over it to give these guys the help they need. Hey, dude's goofy for that. Hey, you don't say that. That boy got height, man. He got at least 6 to 8 inches off the ground. He hurdled that dude easily. At least his foot. A little toss action. That was like a jump 3-point pass. Two-point conversion is no good. Again, you're seeing them pull out a lot of tricks out of the bag here, just to try to make sure things work. I don't blame them. I know a lot of teams do the same thing. If you have the opportunity, you don't always get an opportunity to work on some stuff, some new stuff that you want to make sure is dialed in for when you really need it. So now's the opportunity they have to do so, and they're going to take it. That's going to make the score 30-0. 3 minutes and 11 seconds left on the clock in this opening quarter. Or the opening half, rather. Number 94 is back to his feet. Got an ice pack on the ankle. No leg pads whatsoever, so maybe get that man some shin guards or something, but he's back to the bench. Again, Chiefs elect to bring the smallest guy on their entire roster out to punt this ball away. He's waving to the booth. He heard me. Looks like number 1 for the Giants. Vintuan Crane Jr. back to receive. I believe that's number 1 I see here on the left shoulder. So you're asking a lot of these guys. So if you've been around semi-pro for any bit of time, asking a non-kicker to punt 40 yards is a huge task. It's not an easy task. So you're going to see this ball brought back out to the 40. What's going on with the chains, he says. Look, man, what happened was, I'm assuming the young men on the sideline over there forgot to pick up their toys, and they got grounded and put on the staff over there, but they're working their butts off over there. They've been doing a good job. They got kind of called in spur of the moment here. Ball's on the floor. The pass was caught and the ball was on the floor, picked up by... I can't see a number. It looks like it's a number 22 who is not on the roster. A number on the roster here. I can't give you a name. I want to say that's number 22. Regardless if it was 12, 22, or 32, he's not on the roster. So I can't give you a number or a name. Chiefs dial up possession at the 49-yard line inside of positive territory here. Not that they need the help, but he looks back, launches the ball left, got a man again wide open. Number 10, Seth Bratton. They're kind of just having their way here in the passing game. Tony's got plenty of time just to sit and watch what's going on. There's not really any type of defensive schemes that you can see. They're not bringing any cover 2s or cover 3 looks. They're kind of just squaring up man across the board. And Tony just looking across the formation and picking out what matchup he likes the best. And he's picking it apart right now. He's really got no pressure. He's kind of just sitting back. He's comfortable. You'll see him. He's in shotgun. He doesn't take any extra drops after that. He just catches it and kind of just looks around and finds a pass. There's a big black spider in front of me right outside this window, so hopefully my friend stays out where he's at. Looks back again. He's going to dial up his own number here, roll to the left. Jumps into the pylon, run left if you want that tutty. I'm going to say it again. Dials up his number, lowers the shoulder, gets inside that near pylon, that far pylon. Touchdown, Chiefs again. I'm going to patent that because he keeps saying it. Who was that stopped him? I am not sure. Minute and 50 left on the clock in the first half. Looks like a track meet out here. Tony's going to drop 15 to 20 pounds just tonight. So if you're having trouble stopping him before, after tonight, you're going to have trouble stopping him. He's just slimming down. He's getting quicker. Easier to come out here and go for 2. Again, I don't know if they're allowed to kick in this league. I haven't seen a field goal attempt all night long. Which way would he run just now? Someone want to put in the chat which way that man just ran. I appreciate every single one of you again for tuning in and having fun with us tonight. This game is a little... I'm going to call it for what it is. It's lopsided again. They're outmatched, but we're going to try to have fun here in the booth and keep it entertaining, keep it light. Run left. Yes, sir. Again, go over to Facebook, type in Run Left, find the podcast, hit the like and follow. Every Monday morning, you're going to have a great talk show to listen to on the way to work. Those guys are fantastic people. He said to the left side, if you don't sit your butt down, young man. Again, Run Left, man. I can't say enough great things about them. I've never heard of a semi-pro specific podcast until I met these guys. And now every Monday morning I wake up, the first thing I do when I walk out the door to get ready to go to work, get in my car, head over to Run Left's Facebook page. I find the podcast of that week, and I listen to it all the way. Yep. See a KC land football in August. I'm assuming you meant flag football, maybe. Marcus, go ahead and type in there, man. What is it exactly we're wanting to look at here? KC land football in August is what I'm reading in the chat. So what I'm hearing here in the booth is it's a team called KC Land, a semi-pro fall league. They're trying to get started up, and I've been seeing a couple things around Facebook about a fall league starting up. It's a cool thing. There's a lot of teams around KC that's been asking for a fall league for a while. 11-man football coming in August. There it is. There's a lot of things. A lot of teams have been asking for a team or a league that runs in August because everyone around Kansas City is either a spring or a summer league. They don't really have fall. The only issue with that is the cream of the crop teams, the teams you're going to look at like the Cavalry, the Bulldogs, those teams that make it to the regional tournament, they're not going to be able to take part. So year in, year out, they're going to kind of shuffle around a little bit because that's right in the heart of the regional and the national run. However, seeing a fall league in Kansas City is going to be huge for the sport. I'm excited. If you guys would want Outlaws out there, send us a message on the page. Give us the contact information on who we can talk to. We'll talk about getting out there and covering you guys as well. We're trying to get into some high schools and do some high school action in the fall, but staying specific to a Kansas City semi-pro league is ideal for us on a Saturday evening. So again, I've seen some stuff about this league actually the last week or so about a fall league kind of starting up. I believe it's the same league the KC Legion was in or is joining. So have someone reach out to us if you don't mind. The quarterback fields the ground ball. That snap is just not making it back there. Do I have the roster for the Giants? Yes, sir. Number 25 is Cheyenne Anderson. Timeout to the Chiefs. So KC Land, that's the name of a team, not the league. What is the name of the league? We'll shout that out for you. What is the name of the league? If you have it, drop it in the chat, please, Marcus. I do know there's some teams that have been asking about it, so it would be huge to get that out a little bit, especially if it's still in the building process and they're looking for teams. There's a lot of teams that kind of play for the love of the game around the area that you'll see that I've talked to that want to play fall football. Matter of fact, I was just asked by a St. Louis area team just yesterday if I knew of any 11-man fall leagues in the area. Matter of fact, 2 St. Louis teams. So there's definitely a market for it. And there's been a market for it. It just hasn't been done. $43 seconds left on the clock here until halftime. Not too sure what the point of that timeout was by the Chiefs, unless it was just I want to put more points on the scoreboard, maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, twin receivers to the bottom side, twin to the far side, single running back in the backfield with him. Passes away. Intercepted by number 11, Wayshawn Reathers. He's going to find the end zone. Pick 6. Going to bring the score to 44-0. Still 25 seconds left on the clock till halftime. KC Land Football. There it is. If you guys have a Facebook page, I would recommend everyone going over there and just kind of checking it out. I'm going to try to check it out myself and see if I can't find information on it. Me, myself, the reason I'm interested in it, like I said, I'm the regional director here for Kansas City and the entire central region. So we cover everything from Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, all the way down into Wichita. They put all the teams in the same region, and we make these teams the best of the best. It's a champions tournament, compete in districts, regionals, and then you get a chance to go down the national championships down in Daytona Beach in Orlando, Florida, in January to try to win a national championship on the semi-pro scene. But there it is. Go to Facebook, type in KC Land, see what you find. I will 100% doing that as soon as this broadcast ends. Appreciate it. Run left with a little stiffy, another little stiff arm action, rolls into the end zone, down the track towards the fence, 40-yard dash time. Someone clocked that kid. So we make sure we get that word out again. I've had a lot of people reach out lately trying to find a fall team. A lot of the leagues are really starting to take shape right now outside of the UCFL that just kicked off yesterday. A lot of the front runners have kind of already separated themselves. A lot of the middle of the pack teams and the bottom teams are wanting to figure out what they can do after their league ends because there's not going to be a playoff for them. So a fall league is something, again, there's a market for it if it's done right. I'm excited to see a fall league myself. Hopefully Outlaws Media can get out there and get some coverage on that fall league because as summer wraps up, we're really not going to have too much to do unless we start getting into some of the high schools on Friday nights. But KC semi-pro scene on a Saturday night in the fall sounds like just the place to be. Someone blow that ball. Blow. Get it there. And it didn't make it again. He's got his hands up. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean I didn't make the 20? He says. He said, we would love to have you guys to come broadcast. I appreciate it, man. Hey, send me a message or I'll reach out to you if I can find Marcus Ray, or maybe I'll just send a message to that page. We'll talk. We'll try to make that thing happen. We would love to do it. Again, my wife is nodding her head. She's ready to rock and roll. We're excited, man. This is an exciting time to be a fan of KC semi-pro sports. There's so much going on this year. The regional tournament is taking shape. It's a brand new thing. Outlaws, we're doing something that's brand new. There's a lot of KC teams that are on the regional scene. MRFL on Sundays, I'm finally out being involved in this, and this is a great setup. KC Glory Women's Pro Football, if you haven't heard of them, go check them out. They travel all around the country and play. They've got coaches that are on, some of their coaches, you're going to see them. She's actually on the staff of the San Francisco 49ers coachings, and you can see here there's the coach from the Atlanta Falcons and the females. Females are doing huge things in sports right now. Support those ladies if you can. They play their games at Shawnee Mission North. They came off a huge win last night down in Houston. I believe they're 2-1 on the year. That's a pro league. They travel all across the nation and play. So shout out to those women for what they're doing. Again, this is an exciting time to be a football fan in Kansas City. Not even talking about what the Kansas City Chiefs are doing, because everyone knows Mahomes mania, like that's the big thing. But outside of that, underneath that market, there's still such an exciting time to be a fan of football here in the city. So we'll definitely have to talk and get out there and see you guys. Four, three, two, one. That's going to bring your first half to an end. We're going to take a break. We're going to play some music. What you hear here at halftime, again, this is a KC Authentic show, so you're going to hear nothing but Kansas City artist music coming to you at halftime. Shout out to these guys for continuing to do what they do. If you're an artist in Kansas City and you have your own music and you want it to be heard, send us a link here. Send it to our business page, Outlaws Media on Facebook. Send it into the chat. We'll get it loaded up onto our stream. But enjoy the halftime break, and we'll see you on the other side.
Yeah, you know I'm a problem. 816 goblin, monster. Honest to God, call me an odd one. I'm on one. Fill up the wagon, no honor, mama. Look in your eyes, it's so solemn. Falling further and further, can you help me crawling? Nowhere to go, I give up, I'm a goner. Nowhere to roam, my ship's stuck in these waters. Father to God, can you help me call? Feeling like I'm out of control. Feeling like I'm losing my soul. Somebody pray, please, somebody save me. This ain't the way that my mom and dad raised me. Told me in a dream, please, somebody shake me. Who would have thought it would end this crazy? Doses. 1 and 2 will turn into more. Voices. 3, 4, 5, and I'm feeling for more. About to dance with the devil today. She got me feeling some type of way. I think I might pick a fight with my wife. Get a pipe, throw my life away. Your boy's cold. An offshore wind at the bottom of the bottle and the floor spins. And the haze mixed thoughts of abortion. I drown them out, drink more of my distortion. Another sad song, another war hymn. Lost more friends, more endorphins. A divorce ends and the Lord grins. And I'm stuck doing coke in New Orleans. I'm atrocious. Turning to more voices. 3, 4, 5, and I'm feeling for more doses. Feeling like I'm out of control. Feeling like I'm losing my soul. 1 and 2 are turning to more voices. 3, 4, 5, and I'm feeling for more doses. Feeling like I'm out of control. Feeling like I'm losing my soul. Yeah. Oh shit. We got 3rd degree in this motherfucker. Yeah. K to the R, you know what's up, man. That's what it is, man. I tell the bartender not to spill my drink. That's right, man. I need that shit full to the brim, you know what I'm saying? Feel this shit, though. Yo, I hit the bar with my pockets swole. Ain't trying to drop a flow. But you ain't see me with my brim tipping sockets low. I'm trying to get my drink on, that's how we rock and roll. You drinking like we drink, boy, make sure your cup is full. You see me in the club, but I ain't here to dance. Your girl smiling at me, shit, I'm just here to glance. Sipping that silver 7, dripping, you got to go. We snatch your bitch and make her pop, lock and drop it low. Don't try me, I'm tipsy. You run your lips and get hissy. Me, I don't think you really want it with me. I'm saying, you think we playing, we ain't. What it is ain't no game. Shit, it's cool if you hang, but if you swerving our lane, we get to chopping quick. That's if you're talking shit. I warned you once, we ain't the ones you should be fucking with. We 20 deep, partner. You know that's how we roll. We take it toe to toe, lock and load, overflow. You see me at the bar while you trying to act hard. Don't be coming at me running your lips. Don't want it with me. What it is, I'm finna get my drink on. What it is, I'm here to get my drink on. You see me in the club and your girl show us love. Don't be coming at me talking that shit. Don't want it with me. What it is, I'm finna get my drink on. What it is, I'm here to get my drink on.
What it is, I'm drinking goose and getting illy. Shit, I'm ready for the drama. If I hate it, acting silly. I got a little pilly, but the can is in the trunk. So if I make it to the Chevy, then somebody's fucked up. But right now I'm going hard. 3rd focused on the stallion. I'm a baller, baby, so I brought a couple thousand. Nope, I ain't gonna blow it on you. I'm the red cup king, so I'ma blow it on Goose. I can't help but notice that suckers in they feelings and they been eyeing reckless since we came in the building, but it don't really bother us. Man, we on some real shit. Really trying to chill, but we can make it ugly real quick. We here to drink, so we gon' get our drink on. They bumping gums, then we gon' get our bang on. What it is, tell me what it's gon' be. Nigga out of bounds, 40 calories, what he gon' see?
You see me at the bar while you trying to act hard. Don't be coming at me running your lips. Don't want it with me. What it is, I'm finna get my drink on. What it is, I'm here to get my drink on. You see me in the club and your girl show us love. Don't be coming at me talking that shit. Don't want it with me. What shit that you should follow. I'm feeling good, don't be trying to break my buzz, baby. I'm way too lit for that drama, even if I was crazy. We get it poppin' when I'm rolling with third. Fuck the table, we the ones to drink you out to the curb. Don't be mad cause your girl wanna party with some rock stars who hit the block hard. Pussy ain't no Pop-Tarts, we make it pop hard. Feel the effects, taking shots to the head like it's Russian roulette. See, we ain't come to fight and let off, just here to take the edge off. But if you trippin', we won't hesitate to take your head off. You know the name, you can see it on my back. Know the voice, you can hear it on the track. Do it live, ladies, go on and get your freak on. Put your cups up, go on and get your drink on. See me at the bar while you tryna act hard. Don't be coming at me running your lips. Don't want it with me, what it is. I'm finna get my drink on. What it is, I'm here to get my drink on. You see me in the club and your girl show us love. Don't be coming at me talking that shit. Don't want it with me, what it is. I'm finna get my drink on. What it is, I'm here to get my drink on. Yeah, man, that's what it is, baby. And you see me at the bar, you see me at the club, man. We eyeing me and shit. You know what's up, man. That's what it is in this motherfucker. 2008 shit, man. We ain't playing anymore. Let's go. Now you can find me with my eyes slow, riding low, passenger side. Gotta make them heads start turning while I'm passing them by. Soon as I step up on the scene, I see that look in your eye. I tell them they don't really want it. Nah, they don't really want it. Back up off this kid, let your lid. Shit, they say I'm off the grid. Toss your bid, I stick your mid. Ain't nobody else do it like I did. I get that green, you know my style. Know how the fuck I break this down. I make it pound when I hit your town. I kick that crown, you don't dick around. I'm in this main. Yeah, you see me. Other rhymers wanna be me. Big timers, big signers. Call my phone and say they need me. Cause we bring it hard. Every track, every bar, every time, every rhyme. Back when I bring it up, better get mine. I ball, man. From the go. Never act like you ain't know. I ain't playing bad, I bring it. No, I mean it from the flow. Overdrive every show. High speed, never slow. Never fall, never fade. Never pay to play a show. I keep it gutter, we always grind. And you can find me in the back of the club. We sit with something shiny. I'm on that silver 7, super do it. I can do it, baby. All bets off. It's on when I sets off. Set it off, set it off, set it off, set it off. You can roll if you wanna, but you know you're gonna have to let it ride, let it ride, let it ride, let it ride. When the chips on the table, hope you able enough to let it ride, let it ride, let it ride, let it ride. When the chips on the table, hope you able enough to set it off, set it off, set it off, set it off. You can roll if you wanna, but you know you're gonna have to set it off.
Tycoon, yes, I hold down my city. From the middle where the Mac you dudes is silly. You act like you don't know me, but you keep jocking us. Real talk, no game, so put your whistles up. Game over, not flip, you talking crazy, get flipped. Not the sock, I hear the flows that will leave you a cotton mouth. Hey, crib when I enter, these lames know what I claim. It's a shame if they don't, I have a sprint to the center. Where I'm from, we get it cracking, fresh 2-3s on the feet and jeans, you never see me slacking. The killer city keep lyrics that boggle minds. On the fit in 2 letters and ain't no joke, but I, man. Fella dogs, DT, one way, my entourage, straight deep kids, so don't play. Next time you in the neck of my woods, just wait, I'll show you cause I am the stakes, yeah.
Set it off, set it off, set it off. You can roll if you wanna, but you know you're gonna have to let it ride, let it ride, let it ride, let it ride. When the chips on the table, hope you able enough to let it ride, let it ride, let it ride, let it ride. When the chips on the table, hope you able enough to set it off, set it off, set it off, set it off. You can roll if you wanna, but you know you're gonna have to set it off, set it off, set it off, set it off. You can roll if you wanna, but you know you're gonna have to let it ride, let it ride, let it ride.
my face.
KC Mo, stand up one time. We bring it hard. You know the name. We ain't front, never stun. We ain't changed. Yeah. KC, know we running this spot. Hey yo, tell these motherfuckers that we coming. Ready? We bring it hard. You know the name. We ain't front, never stun. We ain't changed. Yeah. KC, know we running this spot. Hey yo, tell these motherfuckers that we coming. Ready? Boom, boom, make room. Yeah, we back. Turn your system up. Yeah. All your haters sit back, better listen up. Listen as I bring it to you bar for bar. Enough blast to blow the speakers out the back of your car. Ha! I'm in the position to steal your attention. When I'm spitting to make you feel what was written. Fear what I vision. Swimming in the tears that were missing. Years that were given from intellect to verbal collision. Come on. Been serving detentions for nervous decisions. Makes me start to wonder who loves and who hates me. But I stay focused with my head up high. Middle finger to my critics while I'm passing you by. Yeah, we coming hard if you're ready or not. Your favorite rapper in the game, yeah, we taking his spot. Credulous and that vandal by the name of Lloyd Daniel, about to make them start banging their heads. Yeah, you know we bring it hard. You know the name. We ain't front, never stun. We ain't changed. Yeah. KC, know we running this spot. Hey yo, tell these motherfuckers that we coming. Ready? We bring it hard. You know the name. We ain't front, never stun. We ain't changed. Yeah. KC, know we running this spot. Hey yo, tell these motherfuckers that we coming. Ready? Yeah. That's one for the money. Dose for those who show respect for my music and support of my shows. Three for the ladies who get out on the floor. Recite every word like they
All right, again, welcome back. We're going to bring you this second half action. Chiefs are well ahead, 46-0 here, so I'm assuming we're going to start seeing some new guys. I don't know how deep their roster is on the sideline. For those of you that are still tuning in, appreciate you guys sticking with us. We're going to try to keep this an entertaining, upbeat second half. It might not be on the field, but up here in the booth, we're going to have fun for at least the next 30 minutes of this football game. He's going to take off and kind of scramble. That was the first time you really seen him under pressure at all tonight, but he's going to pick up 7 yards on first down. Again, you're going to open up the playbook a little bit. He gets up a little bit slow, but I think he's all right. It might just be the fact that he actually got flushed out of the pocket for the first time, and that was the first time you really seen him look at all uncomfortable. So Giants maybe got a little bit of rest here. Chiefs come back to the line. They actually bumped up the yard, so that's a gain of 8. 2nd and 2. Handoff right up the middle, chop down, not until after he gains the first down. So we're going to move the chains, no flags. Clock is rolling. Giants defeat the defensive coach, number 45. According to the chat. Got twins to the near side, twins to the far side. So I had a little issue there. We're running a stream deck, and that's the same play you saw in the first half that they try to run. But we're running a stream deck, and for some reason, the button to take the halftime logo off did not work. I just caught it while we were talking. So I had to go over and adjust it a little bit. So I'm not sure if we caught that last touchdown or not. However, the score is now 52-0. So that was another touchdown. The clock is going to continue to roll. I'm going to go ahead and assume it's just going to roll for the rest of the evening here. There should be a pretty quick second half. Number one, Katie McIntosh is back to kick this away. That's going to clear the 20. And he lets it bounce. It's going to wobble around back there. He's going to come back to the left-hand side. Doesn't really get anybody in terms of helping him as far as blocking goes. There we go. We got the quarter updated. Got the halftime screen off. Again, we're tired. This is our third game this weekend. Had a long day yesterday. Had my niece's birthday party this morning. I ran out of Red Bull. It's an emergency situation up here in the booth, but we're going to try to struggle it out. Appreciate you guys still staying with us and tuning in. We're going to try to make this fun. I think we got it all dialed in now. I'm going to go ahead and blame the chat for you guys not letting us know that everything looked like hot garbage in the booth and on the broadcast. So that's your fault. Anthony, if you're watching, I'm just going to blame you, dude, just because you're the easiest guy to blame. Chiefs are still continuing to bring heavy pressure. They're putting in double running back or double linebackers down to the line. They're going to continue to bring the house. They've got their corners locked up, man, and they're just telling the quarterback, beat us if you can. And right now, he just has zero time to get his head up at all. And that's kind of the general theme of what's going on. Yeah, I'm blaming you. Appreciate you for tuning in, as always, dude. I don't know why. I just didn't catch the halftime and didn't catch the third quarter. I hit the stream button on the stream deck, and it didn't pop over the scoreboard. It set the scoreboard. The light on the stream deck says scoreboard, but for some reason, it didn't send the signal over to the laptop. So he gets another ground ball. That's the most open yards the receivers had all day long over there. He's going to pick up about 5 and bring up a third down and 6. Clock is going to continue to roll. There's a timeout for the Giants. That's going to stop the clock. Again, appreciate for everyone for staying with us here the second half. 8 minutes and 16 seconds left in the third quarter on what's been a one-sided affair, to say the least. These guys still have heart. They're still competing. You saw their coach absolutely light these guys up at halftime down here. We couldn't get the audio, but you saw it on tape. He's still passionate, and he still cares. Down to the very last whistle, he demands the absolute best out of his guys. And he let them know. He let them hear the fact that he's not happy with the way things are going. And it was about representing the team, representing that name that's across the front of your chest, representing the name that's on the back of your jersey. So it's not just playing for the name that's on the back of your jersey being your family name, but it's representing the name that's on the front of your jersey in the Giants. And that's what he's passionate about. And you saw that come across. So that's always fun to see. It's good to see guys not giving up. And he's letting his guys know that if you're going to play for me, I don't want to say the words that he used, but he basically told the guys, if you're not here to play your heart out until the final whistle blows, pack your stuff up and leave the stadium and don't come back. He had a little more choice words than what I used, but you kind of get the idea of what we're talking about here. That was fourth down, so that was a turnover on downs. Chiefs are going to take over first and goal from the 4. For those of you that are still tuning in, Anthony Douglas in the chat, if you guys need any type of content made for logos, for designs, business logos, whatever it is, go over to Facebook, type in AD Illustrations. It'll be a black picture with red writing, AD Illustrations. That's who we work with a lot. He works with a lot of companies around the Kansas City area, from things from Buck Fitness, which is a fitness group, to Chop Shop, who's a barber shop. He designs all their logos, all their t-shirt designs, everything they need that has to do with digital marketing. This is the man that does it. So find AD Illustrations on Facebook. Shoot him a message if you guys need any team logos, business logos, whatever it is. That's big number. Who is that? 60. I see a 69. I'm not sure who that is, but that big man was rumbling and tumbling, and he finds his way into the end zone. Center, okay. He's not on my roster, but big man finds his way to the end zone. I think he got lost on the way there, and he's never been there before, because this sideline is absolutely fired up. Now he runs off the field. He's not going to be in for the next step. That bad boy, he wants some oxygen time now. I'm kind of surprised to see Tony still in the game here, but he's still in. He's never been on for a 2-point conversion here, so I'm gonna guess he dials up his own number, like we just saw. The ball, he gets smacked at the goal line. Ball bounces out. I don't know if he got across. He's pointing like he got across. The refs are coming in to talk about it. They're waiting on a call. Nobody signaled anything yet. They don't know if he got in. I haven't seen a... They're not going to call that, but the way their body language is walking, they're going to say that was no good. The refs are still talking about it. Tony's pleading his case. Tony's pleading his case. The ref said you're up 58-0. Get off my field. He just gave him a push. Now look at him. I don't see the point in arguing this when you're up 58-0, but he wants his points, and the refs are telling him to get off my field. You know, no hard feelings towards Tony. That man, he's an athlete, and he wants the best for himself, and he wants to be rewarded for his effort. So if he feels he got in, he has every right to stand and plead his case. He did so. He came up short, which is usually the case when you're talking to the ref, but no hard feelings for that, man. Again, that's an athlete wanting to get rewarded for his effort, so he's still out there balling. They're going to ball down to the very last whistle as well. 3 minutes and 50 seconds and rolling inside the third quarter here. Number one, Kadeem McIntosh on for the kick. Falls away. That's a dangerous. That ball rolls into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs are going to continue to load the box. There's a receiver downfield, number one, Pentuan Crane Jr. There's not an individual within 25 yards of him. The quarterback just doesn't have time. He can't get his head up. He can't read the field of play. He can't read the coverage. Chiefs are putting their guys on an island on the outside with full confidence right now and letting the defense interiors just pin their ears down and go straight forward. They have all the confidence in the world right now on their DBs out on the edges. Right now, if you take a look, there's eight defenders in the box for the Chiefs. They're bringing everybody in. Ball pops out again. Big hit. Number 41, Tono Martinez, lowers his shoulder, drives through the ball, pops it loose. Another turnover. This defense is not giving up, and they're absolutely relentless. If you're the Giants and you watch this afterwards, what you're going to need to start doing is they're loading up the box, and as they have 8 or 9 guys inside the 2-yard line, you're going to have to start throwing some quick slants in behind that and make them back off a little bit. But until you mix it up at all, they're going to continue to pin their ears back and come straight at you, and you're not going to be able to get out from under your own shadow. You guys, I understand you guys are hanging your head down here. I haven't seen anybody take off their pads, so huge shout out to you guys for staying in the mix and continue to do what you're doing. You're staying in the ball game. Continue to learn, continue to improve, continue to get better, continue to play the game you love. There's no shame in it. You guys are out here doing your thing, having fun with it. But again, if there's improvements to be made, if you want to watch this film back, I highly encourage it. Show this film to the people who play football at a high level and let them give you some feedback and take that feedback and use it. There's no shame in it. There's a flag on the floor for something, but that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter, and we're going to roll into this closing quarter to close out this weekend here. Appreciate you all staying with us. For those of you who are still in the chat, I appreciate it. Appreciate if you all hit that subscribe button, that like button. This is going to be the home of the Outlaws on Sunday evenings for the foreseeable future. Shout out to all these guys for having us out here. This is a beautiful facility. They had a beautiful setup from the time we stepped in the gate. Everything was been ran absolutely professional by the T. You'll see, and they have boxes out here with staff names on it. You get a badge. Players all have a check-in. They all have to check in one by one. They check their ID. They check you're allowed on the field. There's a one entrance to the field for the players. They have to be checked onto the field by staff. No one else is down there. So you're not going to see what you do see a lot of times on Saturday. You're going to see a lot of fans and a lot of friends who are down on the field as well. And you're going to see a lot of opposing teams that are down talking trash, yelling back and forth. And that kind of is what starts a lot of the scuffling. So to see the fact that they have these sidelines and that track cleared of any extra nonsense and just keeping it solely players on the sideline. If you're watching this and you play for a Saturday league team, take notes, because this is what you need to start seeing on Saturdays as well. There's still a good 100 or so fans down here around the stadium spread out. So it's a good showing. It's late into the night here on a doubleheader. Sun is going down. It's just a beautiful setting. Again, I'll probably take another picture of this, but I appreciate you guys all tuning in with us. Tony continues to stay in the game. He's going to get a little bit of pressure, roll out to his right-hand side. Going to get sacked and brought down from behind by number 56, Eric Kangas. I've called his name a few times. He's still going to continue to play to the final whistle. Shout out to you as well. Continue to do what you've been doing. Second down and 15. He's got two receivers, and they're both wide open. I can't tell who that is. It looks like number 9 from here, which would be Zell Moore. I can't tell from this far away. Climbs the ladder and makes the catch. Still looking from over here to see if he's going to turn and show me his chest so I can see a number. Looks like a number 9. It might have been a number 3, which would be LeBrent Milton Jr., but I think that's a number 9. Zell Moore climbs the ladder, hauls another one in. Here's what we've been seeing all night. I'm assuming he's going to run that right back up the middle himself. No surprise there. I'm not shocked. Going back to what worked, the same exact run left play that they ran the first few touchdowns. And Giants continue to not load the box and continue to let him walk in untouched. Hopefully they get that kind of figured out. I like to see these guys play. You don't want to see any teams fold, because really that just starts costing people money, other organizations money, the whole organization as a whole money. You don't want to see that. You want to see these young guys improve continuously week after week. You see some of these guys coming off the field holding banged up body parts and legs and ribs and arms. They're out here literally putting their bodies on the line for the love of the game. So anything you can do to kind of help these guys out is what you want to do. There's no reason, and I see it a lot on Facebook. A lot of these guys will jump on and they'll start bashing one team or the other and saying they're bad or this or that. In reality, what we need to do is be helping each other build, because at the end of the day, the more good teams you have in Kansas City, the better product we all have, the more fun we all have. It's not fun to go blow teams out by 60, 70 points every single week. You want a challenge, because as an athlete, you strive for that competition, and you want to compete, and you want to be able to compete with somebody who's on that same level and figure out who's better at the end of the day. And that's what it's about. So you want to see these guys be successful and continue to stay around. He finds a seam down the left-hand side. The kicker comes up and makes the tackle. Number 1, Katie McIntosh, put on for the Brand. 4th down, Army. Go ahead. I'm going to shout you out again. Anytime the kicker makes the tackle, there's something that went wrong on the coverage. However, he's going to go ahead and shout that out and tell the coach, make sure you add that to my kicking stats, please. So Tony comes out here. Now he's playing the safety. He's way back in center field, 20 yards from the ball, talking to the ref still. He's probably still telling the ref, I got across the line, but I understand you didn't want to call it, is what I'm assuming he's saying. $10 minutes and 30 seconds and rolling here in the closing quarter, fourth quarter. From Center High School. Again, I don't know if these guys are playing next weekend. I will have that answer, and we'll post it on our page, and we'll let you know where we'll be next weekend. So I just heard they're scheduled to play next weekend, barring any crazy schedule changes. Here comes a heavy blitz as well. Next Sunday, Memorial Day weekend. So as long as nothing comes up, we will be right here at Center High School. If you guys don't have any big plans, come out and check them out. Enjoy some football Memorial Day weekend. We are going to go test the waters this week out at the Horseshoe with the First City Cavalry, Shawnee Mission Northwest, and see if there's a way that we can't somehow put together a stream there. We're going to try to find some elevation. There is no stands or our broadcasting studio there. However, we're going to go out there and see if we can't kind of figure something out to piece together to at least bring you some football. It won't be a booth broadcast studio like you're used to seeing, so we're going to have to kind of make shift and do what we can try to see if we can get done up there. But again, we're going to try to do that just for the Kansas City semi-pro scene. Here comes a flag and another flag about 35 seconds late, but Giants asked for it, and they got it. If I'm the coach of the Chiefs over there, my starting quarterback is not playing safety right now. But here he is. He's down at the safety spot. He's looking to make another play. I'm not the guy to say if that's a smart move or not, but I'm going to tell you, I'm not a huge fan of it. So Giants walk into unfamiliar territory. They're back on the Chiefs side of the field now, inside the 40-yard line. This is one of the rare times they've been on this side of the field tonight. We'll see if they can't get some late points here on the scoreboard. Again, Chiefs continue to bring heavy, heavy pressure. Giants continue to allow the pressure to come. There's got to be some type of slant routes, quick release patterns. There's got to be something to get momentum and get the ball away from the middle of the field and start backing off these Chiefs players. However, they're going to continue not to do that. And if you watch as the Chiefs load up, you have Tony, who's kind of playing center field 20, 25 yards away from the ball. The corners are on an island. Everybody else is within a yard and a half of the ball. So here, all the linebackers are all walking down. The corners are walking down. The safety's walking down. Everyone is within 2 yards of the ball. And this is the result. He's going to break out to the outside a little bit. Big number 69 with the hustle. Look at that. You love to see a big man chases him all the way down the side. Pushes him out of bounds. Now he's calling for immediate relief. Bring the oxygen tank. He should have just stayed on the near side and walked around. He is moving for a big man. That's a big fella with hitting the high gear there and cruising. And he's going to huff and puff. He made it to the far hashes, and now he's struggling to make it off. Here he's a 48-year-old man out here still enjoying the game. That's what it's about. Third down, and we're going to call that 2. It's about a yard and a half, but it's a long yard and a half. Giants going to roll back up the line again. Chiefs got one safety playing super deep, and everyone else is now walking in towards the line. They're going to be within a yard and a half to 2 yards of the snap here. Here they come. And they're going to continue to do the same thing they've been doing, and they're going to continue to get the same results they've been doing. Down he goes, a loss of 4. Clock is still rolling inside of 6 minutes left here. So next weekend's slated action is going to see the Chiefs take on the Militia. The Reapers take on the Giants. Again, there's 4 teams in this league. They kind of flip-flop back and forth playing each other each week. Everything's a doubleheader. So you want to pay one price for admission to come out here and see a doubleheader of football. Next week, this is the place to be, Center High School. Again, the Chiefs continue to bring heavy, heavy pressure. Now, if they go against a team, so again, we're going to go back earlier. They were talking about playing a team like the Bulldogs or the Cavalry. They won't be able to get away with doing that type of defense because the other teams will start making adjustments. But tonight, they've been able to kind of get away with doing whatever they're having fun with it right now. Again, Big Tony's 25 yards down the field, just waiting for something to get tossed up in the air. Everyone else is within 2 yards of the ball. Your DBs are out here on the edge on an island. Quarterback kind of just floats it up. There's just nothing working, and he doesn't have time because they continue to bring heavy pressure and then dial up long routes. There's got to be some type of line your guys up. They're on an island anyway. If they can beat that initial press and get inside leverage, a quick catch and throw is going to get you 5, 7, 10, 15 yards because there's absolutely nobody there in the general area to make that tackle. Clock is continuing to roll inside of 4 minutes here. Chiefs are on the ball. This may be the last possession of the game. I'm not sure if they're going to stop the clock for the 2-minute warning or just continue to roll it here since we've been in a rolling clock situation here. Again, 20 people in the chat. I appreciate every single last one of you for even stopping by. Whether you stayed for a minute, whether you stayed for an hour, whether you've been here the entire time, I appreciate you sincerely from the bottom of my heart for spending time with us this weekend and this evening. It means a lot to me and my wife that you guys are here hanging out and spending time with us. If you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, what it does is help us grow. So as we continue to bring product, it's going to continue to notify everybody that we're bringing it. And we can't do, there's a lot of things we can't do until we've reached a certain amount of subscribers. So, and that opens up a lot of options, control options for us on YouTube. So that's what we're trying to reach for. So if you can hit the subscribe button for us or go over to Facebook and hit the like and follow, hit the share button. I appreciate it. Even dropping some comments, man. I appreciate the love and the feedback. Everyone hanging out with us as we roll inside of 3 minutes left to go this evening. New quarterback in. Gonna roll around the right-hand side. A little pump fake action. I can't see the number on the back of his jersey. It looks like a number 8. I don't have a number 8 on my roster, but again, I could be saying something wrong, possibly. 6, maybe. Jordy Caudill. Maybe that's what I'm seeing. A number 6. We got a stoppage. I'm going to believe they're going to call the 2-minute warning is what that was. We're going to stay right here through this break. There shouldn't be too much left of this ball game here. I don't know what the Chiefs' plan is. The way the Chiefs have been playing tonight, it won't surprise me if they try to go deep and get more points on the scoreboard because at this point in the game, I figured they would call off the blitzes. I figured they would kind of bring their starters out a little bit, but they've been full throttle here. And for these guys to be huddling up, I'm assuming they're going to dial something up special over there. And again, I'm not knocking them. They've got a full throttle mentality, which is what you have to have if you want to be one of those elite teams around the city. I'm not sure if this was the occasion for it, but I'm not knocking them. They're doing their thing. They're a full throttle team. Let's see what they come out with here. I believe, again, that's number 6, Jordy Caudill, I believe, in the backfield. It's got to be a 6 because I don't have an 8 on the roster. Could be an 8. Rolling to his right. Throws the ball downfield. There's a man wide open. Did he drag his toes? They're going to call incomplete. He was wide open. He got behind a blown coverage assignment over there on the other side of the field. All the quarterback had to do was lead him inbounds, and that would have been another 6. But pass incomplete. False harmony to the ground. Big number 56 for the Giants. He's had a long, hard-fought night. He's going to hobble off the field again. Shout out to him. If you see this after the game, man, I appreciate everything you do. I enjoyed watching you play tonight. You played through a lot of a lot of adversity with a lot of heart. I love watching you guys play and do your thing. So, inside of 30 seconds, I don't know if they're going to take another snap here. It looks like they're going to. I'm assuming this is going to be a long bomb pass. Even though you could just take a knee, but we're going to see a snap from the shotgun. He's going to look. He's going to launch a ball high into the sky here. Out of bounds. That's going to do it here from Center High School. I appreciate you guys staying tuned on a doubleheader tonight. We love being here. We'll see you all again next week. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We're going to send this into our post-game show for just a second. Head over to Facebook. Find us, Outlaws Media Group. We've got a lot of things cooking. We don't know where we're going to be next week. However, as soon as we figure that out, we're going to put it up on our Facebook page so you guys can check it out and come see us. Maybe you guys book us for your events. Get out to where we're going to be and have a good time with us. Again, check out Run Left. They're going to have a show up tomorrow morning. They're probably filming right now, so you guys can check that podcast out on the ride to work. As always, from Outlaws Media Group, from here with me and my wife, appreciate you guys tuning in, and we will see you next time.